The International Week is very important for me and for our department. And we only have one religion, and that is internationalization. This is when everything comes together and, our plans for the future.
Well, the idea of an International Week came up in 2002. There were a couple of internal strategy meetings where we discussed the internationalization strategy of our university. While we had a strong network of partner universities, we believed that the visibility of the international programs had to be improved. So we really wanted a situation where every student gets a chance to learn more about our partner network and find out about international opportunities before it was too late for them to organize. So this is how we came up with the idea, first of all, of an international day. This was actually planned as a one-day event in 2002. And we even had a feeling that one day wasn't enough to accommodate all the slots in the program. And so this is why we expanded that to an international week. And actually it's been offered every year since 2003. Once we combined it with the celebrations for the 35th birthday of the Erasmus program, which was a great honor for us because we were one of the local projects that were chosen to showcase the internationalization efforts of German universities. Of course, the format also had to be adjusted during the time of the Corona lockdowns. So that is actually when we hosted digital international weeks. But we never interrupted the flow because we believed that we had an obligation to every generation of students.
Before the big day, that was the Tuesday this year, the president came to our university and opened the International Week. And this was an exciting moment because we had students who were just about to leave RheinAhrCampus. So it was a farewell party for them, with drinks and little snacks and everything. But then we had also invited returnees. That means students who have already been abroad, and they talked a little bit about their experience. Some of them quite cleverly said how they would do things differently if they were going out again, for example. And then we had a third group, and these were the international students. They gave good advice to the students for their own partner universities. They told us where they were from, what people can do at their university, how they should not forget to have a little bit of fun as well, and have a look at the nature in their country. Well, it was a kind of swap shop of ideas and advice, so that not everybody has to reinvent the wheel, but that they were already getting advice from people who had already put that experience behind them.
The International Day specifically is a highlight during the summer semester here on RheinAhrCampus. It connects the local students to the incoming students. Many of them have been in contact during the semester before already, and that really gets to celebrate the intercultural experiences all of the students shared with each other. They attend excursions, and it's a very beneficial situation to lecturers and students alike. We really enjoy seeing the fruits of the intermingling and the cultural exchange happening.
This is very important for the incomings. This is what we call the students who visit us from our partner universities. They can advertise their own partner institutions, and they have lovely stands, and they explain what the classes are like, how the assessment is done at their university. Doing that, they do the marketing for the new students to have a plan. Now, then there are those people who are already 1 year ahead of that. They probably went to the International Week last year, and they already have plans. They have their questions about scholarships, for example, and on that day they can go to the stands and find out how they can get a scholarship to put their dream into reality. So everybody who is visiting us only for the International Week, for our guest lecturers, they give the students a taste of what it would be like if they could put their dream into reality. That means we invite them into our classrooms, and they give guest lectures, and they also talk about their university. And of course, they are the best ambassadors for their institutions, and so we very much appreciate that.
During the International Day, the students, the local students, have the opportunity to join contests. So they have the opportunity to collect signatures from all the booths they attended, all the guest lectures they attended during the day. They can enter a draw where they're able to win a €300 travel voucher as an incentive for them to internationalize themselves. Leading up to the International Week, the students joined committees for different parts of the International Week. They had the opportunity to join into social media, to the social media committee or the catering committee. We had students helping us set up the International Day, the fair for the students who can inform themselves about going abroad. We've had students catering for the International Barbecue, we've had students taking pictures and just making the whole International Week a great success.
So I have done my exchange semester in Canada at Brock University, which is one of our partner universities. And during the first event that was held on first day of our studies, there was a session about Sprachen, Internationalisation, and about opportunities that we could go abroad. And of course, every year there is the International Week as well, where we get to interact with students, but also lecturers who are coming from partner universities. And there I also got lots of insights about how a semester abroad would look like. We also had a guest lecturer from Canada, so I could also experience how a course would look like in Canada. And then I decided to do an exchange semester in Canada. Of course, there are lots of benefits that you can get as an exchange student. For example, improving your English, but not only that, you get to know how to be independent, how to organize your finances, your studies at the same time. I would really recommend everybody to take the opportunity, get to know the possibilities that we have here at RheinAhrCampus, and also do an exchange semester.
To celebrate the end of the International Week, we were invited to a wine walk in the Ahr Valley, which was a very physical event, but as well very interactive. We started by hiking our way, where you could find yourself with different groups or people from different backgrounds, talking about things that you normally not talk within the campus. The students took a very good care into explaining on different sites and milestones where we stopped the historical aspect of each of the sites. After the climbing, we got presented to this wonderful panorama of wineries. We found the perfect picnic spot in a wonderful place in the hills, taste the wine from a local winery, and share some snacks and food that we got together. It was a very sharing moment. We shared not only the presence of each other, but also traditions of how you'd actually cheer upon these events with each other. It was very interesting to get to know how in Germany you'd actually the friendship is established and you can talk about other more personal things. The wine walk, as far as I know, it's a tradition now for the International Week. That is the coronation of the events of the International Week, and I think that is the best way to close the whole event, because at that point everyone is feeling so comfortable that can actually talk also about things that they would like to see different or improve. So it's a moment also of giving feedback, which is, I think, the key point of making this International Week and the international experience every year more enjoyable and with more benefits.
Of course, the whole week is incredibly intensive, because in fact it turns into 3 weeks, because we have visitors in the corridor for quite a long time. So every time afterwards we discuss, can we really afford that? Do we have the energy? Do we have the resources to do an international week? And then every time we come to the conclusion it is no option not to have an international week, because I think we probably generate between a quarter or a third of our whole business during that international week. So it is very relevant. Sometimes it takes 2 international weeks to make one student go abroad. So they get a first idea, let's say in 1 year. Then they think about that for a while. In the next year, they come back to the stands, they ask more specific questions. And then suddenly we realize that in the week afterwards, they're really infected with a travel virus. They really want to go abroad because they've heard about these people, and from these people directly who have been abroad, they have met the international students, and then they want to be part of it. So this is not something which is just facts and figures which they digest. It is also a feeling that is transmitted during the International Week. So perhaps there are students who haven't been to our International Week. Well, to you people, I want to speak directly. First of all, come and see us about it, and internationalize yourself.
Internationalize yourself.
Internationalize yourself.
Internationalize yourself.
Internationalize yourself.